write me down, I ain't going out. As the culture turns, you gotta figure it out. They see you getting it poppin', they gon' try and come around. I be down to go out like and keep it live round. In the blick, get you hit. Bitch, we gon' get you first. Don't get caught up in the mix. Better watch out for that blitz. Can't deny that I'm lit. You can't deny that I'm lit.
Can't deny that I'm lit. Gotta ride with your blick. Fuck watching for the option. Be the cops to get you hit. I just right up off the porch. Mama said stay up out the mix. Niggas up when I was broke. They left me down on my dick.
All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Jameer with the Journalism, presented to you by As the Culture Turns. Now, before we get into everything, I want to highly encourage you all to subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you hit that notification bell to stay tuned for more content just like this. All right, y'all. So on a docket for today is this man right here. And for those of you who don't know, you must be under a rock. This is Chris Brown. So I want to read what I got right here, and we will discuss because there is a Chris Brown domestic violence documentary set at ID, which is an exclusive from The Hollywood Reporter. All right, had to put my glasses on. So part of Investigation Discovery's No Excuse for Abuse campaign, Chris Brown, A History of Violence premieres October 27th with Sunny Hostin leading a post-screening discussion with experts and advocates. All right, so for those of you who don't know who Sunny Hostin is, this is Sunny Hostin. She is a co-host on The View. She is of Black and Hispanic descent. And I can say that I am a big fan of Sunny Hostin, especially on The View. She's one of my favorite co-hosts. However, I do not agree with her having this particular conversation. You know, I'm looking at you a little sideways, Sunny Hostin, but maybe she's going from the point of view of abuse against women or alleged abuse, whatever the case may be, you know. So that's Sunny Hostin. All right, so we watching you. So let me read this biased article that was made by The Hollywood Reporter. Okay, so I'm going to read what they got. I'm going to correct in the middle of it because the way that I read this article, it was very biased. So it says, over a 2-decade career, Chris Brown has been a chart-topping rap star. Wrong. He has been a chart-topping singer. He does rap sometimes, but he's not a rap star. He is an R&B singer. So that right there, even how they're trying to portray him is rough and around the edges. As I continue, it says, despite a litany of legal troubles going back to his 2009 arrest for assaulting former girlfriend Rihanna, which I have a picture of right here. And again, this is Chris Brown and Rihanna after the assault, not before the assault, but after the assault. So my thing is, Rihanna already forgave this man. So I don't understand why they are trying to still dig or reach for something that's not even there. Again, I'm not saying that this man is perfect, but they are still trying to use the Rihanna thing. And Rihanna forgave this man and was back at this man, went to the Grammys with this man, did music with this man, did a lot with this man after the abusive situation that they were in, you know? So that's the part that get me right there. All right, let me go. I ain't got too much time. So it says, how a troubled pop artist with such an infamous public record can maintain his superstar status and legions of fans is the subject of Investigation Discovery's documentary, Chris Brown, A History of Violence, which will launch the True Crime Network's 3rd annual No Excuse for Abuse campaign on October 27. All right, so let's get into a clip of this documentary, and then we will discuss.
I'm sure the girls want to know a couple of questions and things.
For the young ladies, I mean, what's up, man? You got a girl or what?
Nah, I'm keeping my options open, so y'all be checking for me, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
Thank you so much.
That's the type of stuff will get you in trouble, player. Chris Brown is the name. Get used to that right there.
Chris Brown's an amazing and talented musician, but let's call a thing a thing. He's an abuser of women, consistently, unapologetically.
How's it feel? You feel like a man?
Did Chris pull a gun on that girl?
When is your hearing for your restraining order?
There's a long list of various different women
Seem pretty upset. Are you sure you don't really call victims advocate to have them come talk to you?
who've accused Chris Brown of assaulting them.
Senator Chris Brown has been detained in an alleged case of rape.
He has an audience full of assault deniers.
No, I have not spoken about this matter publicly, but that's the only way that he can be stopped.
I'm not watching it. Okay, I'm not watching it because I feel like that they are sitting here trying to take down a black man where they got a whole list of other men that they should be doing. This is the same channel who did the Quiet on Set documentary against the Nickelodeon producers. Okay, so after you did that, why did you take your ass over to Disney Channel? Then after Disney Channel, go over to Cartoon Network. And then after that, go to these politicians, these actors, these other people. Why Chris Brown out of all people? I don't understand it. And it feels like a witch hunt because they are currently doing I don't want to say this next thing I'm about to say. So I don't feel like it's a witch hunt on Diddy. However, it is a popular thing to tear down a black man. And what this network seems like they're doing, they are trying to capitalize off of the fallen black musicians, you know, because Diddy, then they had the R. Kelly one on Lifetime years before. So for me, you know, they're making a Diddy one now on 50 Cent's producing one for Netflix, and there's already one on Tubi right now that TMZ produced. So they are trying to follow the popularity of putting a negative light on these black artists. You know, that's what I get from it, you know. But it says that this documentary premieres October 27th, and following the premiere, The View co-host Sunny Hostin, which is, let me show y'all again. This is Sunny Hostin right here. Let's keep our eyes on her. Will lead a discussion with experts and advocates on intimate partner violence for ID's audience. Domestic violence is a very close personal issue to me as I reflect on my past as a prosecutor of these types of cases. This is what Sunny Hostin said. And in my role as a mother and public figure whose actions inform and help shape the next generation, Sunny Hostin said in a statement, this issue is a prevalent epidemic which knows no socioeconomic boundaries. So I am dedicated to expanding and continuing this crucial conversation. The more we know, the better we can help advocate to change as a society. All right. And it's produced by Ample Entertainment and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. So this is my thing right here. Wait, what did it say? Subject of ID, thanks to that separate 25 police. ID. So this particular channel, the ID channel, they also plan on doing a documentary on P. Diddy that is set for a 2025 release date. All right. So they are also doing one on Diddy as well. Now, if you're gonna do one on Diddy, okay, like go do the documentary on Diddy. I understand capitalizing and trying to get the audience over there and informing people, but this right here really seems like a witch hunt. They are just trying to attack Chris Brown for no apparent reason. So they're talking about his relationship. So as I showed y'all the picture of him and Rihanna, again, him and Rihanna was together for quite some time. They had a tumultuous relationship. They was very young, not making excuses for it, but they was very young. And again, once the pictures came out, you know, Rihanna had to do those interviews and different things like that. But on top of that, Rihanna again forgave Chris Brown for the abuse. And it was admitted that they were both abusive to each other. I watched Chris Brown documentary on Netflix, and they were abusive to each other. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that when the pictures came out, trust me, I wasn't a big fan of Chris Brown myself at that time. However, Chris Brown redeemed himself, and he did his time. You know, he did his time for that particular case. Let me say that he did his time, did his probation. And then she ultimately forgave him. And then this is how they came together at the Grammy Awards. I want to say this was 2011, 2012. Don't quote me, but it was one of those years. You know, and then after that, Chris Brown had gotten to a highly publicized relationship with Karrueche Tran. Again, this was well after the abuse of Rihanna. You know, so I would say with Karrueche in particular, she knew about the history of what had happened between them two, and she still pursued to be in this relationship. It's nothing wrong with her pursuing to be in this relationship. However, I just don't want the narrative to be that, you know, all of these black men or only these black men are doing things, because I went on social media and I found some comments, and I want to show y'all some of these comments on the screen. The first comment is from Jacob B. Justice. It says they're targeting black powerful celebrities. I agree with that. Next, it says, where's the doc for Ben Roethlisberger, Robert Kraft, Daniel Snyder, Anthony Weiner, Donald Trump? The list goes on. Literally, we literally have a man who's running for president who has been convicted of sexual assault, convicted, found guilty, and nothing is happening. He is still running for president, and y'all over here messing with Chris Brown. Like, is this what's on y'all's priority or to-do list today, is to mess with Chris Brown? Y'all need to go do one on Donald Trump. Matter of fact, they probably don't even need to, because his documentary, we are watching live as we speak, you know? So that was that. Next, it says, we waiting on the Charlie Sheen documentary. Don't forget Woody Allen. Oh yeah, and Stephen Collins, Seven Heaven Dead 2. The list is extensive. Yes, because Charlie Sheen did a lot of things. Woody Allen and Stephen Collins. So come on. Next, it says Chris Brown be doing his little flips, minding his business, and here they come, is what LaTroy Davis said. And I agree with LaTroy Davis. Like, what they're trying to do, and Chris Brown was been speaking on this. Like, they blackballed him. The industry blackballed him. So that's why we don't see Chris Brown performing at award shows. That's why we don't see him on red carpets. That's why we don't see him, you know, doing things with Hollywood, I should say, because he is blackballed. They blackballed him. However, his fans didn't blackball him, because he just went on a highly successful 11/11 tour, and he gets the support from his fans, you know? And that's all you really need in this day and age, because the media and Hollywood, they would try to put a narrative and control certain things to the point where if you don't abide by what they say or whatever, then you are blackballed, and for lack of a better term, you know? And for me, I just feel like Chris Brown has been saying this for a lot, and they are trying to paint this narrative of him being this abusive, this difficult person, when I feel like when he was younger, I feel like a lot of that was contributed to him being frustrated with the way that the media was trying to portray him. He would go agree to do an interview, but they would ambush him in the interview, and then he would go do something like break a glass window or do stuff like that, and now he has this bad boy reputation, you know? So to me, I don't get it. I got a couple more comments for y'all. It says, I am waiting on the Brad Pitt domestic violence documentary that they will never do. Exactly. He has allegations against him. Why you're not doing it on him? What's the difference? And the last comment I got, it says, it's wild how when you up, people will try to drag you down. Rihanna forgave that man years ago. Let that go. I 100% agree with that. You know, so I don't know what the ID's Chain News motive is with making this documentary, but I am going to watch them closely. I'm not watching this documentary. You seen how they tried to do it? Even in the video, they said that it was like a long list of women where they listed like maybe 4 or 5 women, you know, and then there's supposed to be this new woman who is supposed to come forward. You know, they disguise her voice and everything, and she has to say what she has to say. Again, I'm not around Chris Brown 24/7. I don't know what that man do. I know that there are some peculiar accusations out there against him and about him. So I'm not even speaking to that stuff, or even this new victim. Tell your story. As a sexual assault victim myself, I understand you tell your story, you know. However, I just don't like the way that they are going about it. It seems very sloppy, and they feel like they are trying to capitalize off of the takedown of Biggie. That's my opinion. That's how I feel, and I'm sticking by it, you know. But yeah, they tried to make him look like this monster. It come out October 27, which is super close to Halloween. So they're trying to make him seem like this boogeyman, this scary man. Ooh, stay away from him and everything. When you got way more predators, you got way more people of power who need to be taken down. All of these CEOs who stepping down from their positions. What about doing a documentary on them? The Playboy Mansion. Again, we talk about Donald Trump, the politicians. It's a lot that y'all could be focused on, but they are focusing on the wrong thing. And this is them trying to distract us. Now, I fully believe when people say this is a distraction. This is literally a distraction. Whatever is going on around the date of October 27th, don't pay attention to the Chris Brown documentary. pay attention to what they are trying to distract us from. They are trying to distract us from something. I don't know what it is, but they are trying to distract us. And we don't need to be distracted by nonsense like this, you know? So I don't support this documentary. I don't understand why the ID channel is not continuing doing what they were doing with the child stars. Chris Brown was a child star, but with the child stars that was working on these networks that was, you know, pretty much abusing these children and making them work long hours and different things like that, you know. So that's my thought on it. I want to know what y'all think about it. What are y'all thoughts on this documentary? Do y'all think it's a witch hunt? Do y'all think they are trying to take down another powerful black man? Do you feel like they have bigger fish they should be frying right now? Because I certainly do. But please let me know your opinions down in the comments, okay? So I want to let y'all know that, again, this has been Jameer with the journalism, and I did my research, and I always do my research. But again, I want to highly encourage you all to hit that subscribe button, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button as well. I would really appreciate it. And also make sure you can follow us on Instagram at As The Culture Turns all together. You can follow me personally at Jameer, the way you see on the screen with 3 underscores. And you can also like us on Facebook as well. All right, well, thank y'all. This has been Jameer with the journalism. And I gotta go get ready for my day job.